Look at your boy coming in with the double uploads, but I figured, hey, we gotta talk about Miss Crane because she's really insane. And I also do want to put out an event guide for those of you that do play JP, or those of you that are NA players and kind of want to know what's going on the JP version of the game. Now, this event is very similar to, say, Summer 3, where there's like 3 different point ladders that you gotta go through. You gotta use like certain types of servants to go through each event ladder. But other than that, it looks pretty like normal as terms of like how events are going, right? Nothing too insane so far. You know, you farm the event, you get your MHX Alter, the foreigner version, all that good stuff. It does introduce like a pretty decent event CE that you get for free. I think this is really, really good. Because as you guys know, I really like the starting charge CEs. I really do favor those. And then when they have little bonus effects like, not the crit damage, the ignore evasion, when they have stuff like this, where just for free, you just get to ignore evasion, ignore invincibility, you get to ignore like defense, those kind of effects I really like because they're very useful in terms of like challenge quests or really hard boss fights. Like for instance, in Lost Belt 4, when I was first going through that on JP, my account was kind of poo-poo stinky for lack of a better term, and there's a William Tell fight where he has like 20 hits of evasion or something insane like that. So I just brought one of these CEs and was able to easily get around that. Obviously there are servants that have pierce evasion and stuff that you could use, but just being able to slap this on whatever servant you want really does help your overall like utility and team building, because now you're not restricted to a servant that innately has to have pierce evasion. Instead you can just slap the CE on them and then they're good. It also helps that the secondary effect is really nice. It's just an increased 15% crit damage. It's not restricted to any like card type. It's not like Buster, Performance, Arts, Quick. It just means it's going to be a universal, like really good CE. Really do like this. It's also a max attack CE, which I favor the attack CEs more because I want to do more damage rather than getting just like an extra 2000 HP. So this CE for me is literally just like perfect in every single way. We're also a huge Jalter stan and we do like the Jalters in the background. So quite literally perfect CE in every conceivable way. Now, some of the command codes you get in this event, this is going to be very, very nice. Just a flat 20% damage against saber type enemies. Really solid. Just slap this on any old archer and they're going to be able to make maximum use of this. This is very, 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 very good. Make sure you get this if you're farming this event. This, I'm not like super crazy about. I like the star absorption. This is going to be very good if you want to like slap this on an art servant's arts card so they can do more arts crits. Put on a buster servant's buster card so they can do big buster crits. Stuff like that. But the secondary effect, 500 burn damage, is like, it's not really there. Like, come on, guys. Like, give me something better than this. Like, it's just not great. But whatever. I mean, it's still fine. It's fine for just increasing the star absorption of whatever card. I mean, 50% isn't all that high, but I mean, it's something, I guess. Like, if we get a servant that really, really makes use of burn, I mean, I guess you could say, oh, what is her name? The one for Yang Guifei, I think is her name. She like really focuses on doing burn damage, so maybe you could slap it on her. But I'm talking like I want a Ashi Adoman or a Van Gogh tier character that utilizes burn, and this would be really good on them. But look, maybe you could put it on Mao Nobu. maybe you could put it on Mao Nobu. I don't know. But and then finally this one, this is weird. You're removing a critical attack chance from one enemy, which might seem really weird. You might be like, that's so specific and weird. Like, why would I ever use this? But surprisingly enough, a lot of bosses buff themselves with critical attack chance. So this is actually probably going to get a lot more use than you would think. And then I love this dude. Yeah, let me get that one crit star. Thanks. I mean, overall, I think the quality of the command codes are fine. I mean, the Saber one is really good. The Nero one could be better, but might see some use later on. And then that third one is, it's whatever. Like, you might get some use out of it, but whatever. So some of the event bonus servants, obviously the new big 5-star and the new free-to-play servant are going to be at the top. But we have a lot of really solid servants in here that are going to be getting the event bonus. Now, they don't get damage, which is unfortunate. We really do like it when they get the event damage bonus, because that makes the farming way easier. But I mean, being restricted to using these servants to get these bonuses, right, it's not bad. Like, you're gonna use Artoria because she's great at farming. Gawain people are going to use. Like Lancelot, I mean, if we have a lot of bulky second wave enemies, Lancelot should be fine. Ishtar being a bonus is phenomenal, because Ishtar's so good at farming. We have Karna. Karna's pretty good for farming. Da Vinci Rider being a bonus servant is insane, because she literally loops like a dream. She's so easy to use. It's barely even touch buttons and she does stuff. Scheherazade can loop her NP, so she'll be very good for farming. I mean, if we do get big, beefy enemies, having people like Jalter as bonus is going to be very good to chunk those enemies. Shakespeare, surprisingly enough, is actually really good too for more like free-to-play people, as he does function as like a baby Merlin. Hokusai being bonus is very, very solid as well. And then these are obviously like some of the main ones because they're getting costumes. Tamamo Cat is fine because she does big damage, but you can kind of get around her stun, so if you have her, you can kind of make use of her. Same for like Nero and Altera, like you can kind of make use of them for their big things. Shuten is crazy. I'm gonna be doing a Shuten video probably tomorrow because I'm uploading the stuff for this event today. I'm double uploading, but I do want to talk about Shuten while she's still out. People don't talk about Shuten, but she is absolutely insane. She's broken as like an AoE assassin, and nobody talks about her, man. So she's definitely gonna get talked about, but she's gonna be super killer for this event. If you have Shuten, you're gonna be just mopping people up in this event. It's gonna be so nice that you can just spam her all over the place. Now, again, unfortunately, she doesn't have event damage bonus, so you can't just bring her to like type neutral or anything, but Berserkers, Riders, she's gonna just slaughter this event. You're gonna be totally fine. We already talked about those. Summoning campaign, these banners are actually like really good. Because Nitocris is on raid up, and Nitocris is crazy. She is probably a must summon for any account, because like you want to have Nitocris, because for one, she has like a 100% plus battery, so she can just instantly charge her battery. She's AoE. She can basically what is it called, insta kill anything that's like silver rarity, basically, because her NP and her first skill like double buff the death chance. So she's just crazy with that. I personally, when I'm like just using her for normal farming, I pull out Nitocris and then I pull out Devilish Bodhisattva and I slap those two together because that gives her the overcharge, which is even more death chance, that she can basically just insta kill whatever as long as it's not gold rarity. So her being on raid up is really good. Serenity's gonna kind of suck because Serenity's not very good, but these two being on raid up is insanely good. Obviously, I've made a video earlier today about Miss Crane. She is an insane arts crit support, and MHX Alter going on raid up is really good, as she's like she's like the Galatea or Vlad for quick, where it's like you can kind of just throw her with Scotty for a lot of boss content and she'll just chuck everything and kill it, because she's got like crit damage, she does big damage. Scotty kind of gives her survivability with her NP. That's kind of the only problem with double Scotty and MHX Alter, is that you really do just have to out DPS whoever you're fighting, otherwise you kind of just blow up and die. So that's the only problem, but it's really fun using her because she just blows everything up, especially if they're sabers. Then we have some of these CEs that you can pick up, which I wasn't super blown away by any of them. This Aresh one I do really like. I like that we're getting more of these overcharge CEs, and then it's also Arts and Buster, so it's kind of good. I mean, if you want to like pair this with Nitocris, who's conveniently on raid up, it's going to give Nitocris a little bit of extra damage, so in case she doesn't insta kill somebody, she might hit them a bit harder and gen a bit more NP back. So I guess that's fine there. Decent for Buster. It's going to give him a bit of extra damage, but I mean, it's not super insane. Like, this is cool, but I think I'm always going to use like Devilish Bodhisattva over this, just because of the 50 to 60% starting NP is just way better than just this marginal buff. It's like fine. Like, you drop 12 stars and then you're getting like the Arts NP gain wombo combo, which is really good. but I mean, might be decent for like more lower rarity, or like your team cost is really like struggling. It might be kind of good, especially if you didn't get to do the Fate Zero event and you don't have the what is it called, the waiver and Iskandar CE that drops like, no, I'm thinking of the wrong CE. I'm thinking of gold catches the carp. That's what I'm thinking of. It's like if you don't have gold and catches the carp, which is even further back, by the way. But if you don't have that CE, then you might be able to do this because you get 24 stars if you double bomb it, and you can put it on your casters. Like I'm thinking double Castoria. You slap both of these on them. They start with 24 stars, and the Castorias can gen their NP even easier. Maybe you can work something out with that if you're more budget, I suppose. And then, I mean, this is just the 3-star CE. Nobody's going to be using this seriously. I will say Sanzo is looking like a fat snack in this CE, bro. Like, that's all I'm going to say about that one. And then, yeah, we did get some buffs for some of these characters. I'll make a separate video kind of just going more in depth with these. I don't want to spoil myself particularly too much on that. But, yeah, just know if you're playing on JP, it's basically like Summer 3. Use the appropriate bonus servants to try to, like, you know, milk out as many points as you possibly can. We're unlocking quests every single day, so don't go too hard initially. Kind of hold your apples, kind of hold out, wait for some of the better quests to come out. Then the grind can truly start banging out a lot of those ladders. Don't wait till the last minute, because banging out those ladders like last day is almost impossible, especially because there's 3 of them. Unless we get a really good node that drops a lot of points for all 3, maybe we'll get something like that. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about this event. I think it's pretty good. I think we're getting a lot of really cool stuff with it. I think, like, this is insane. They just dropped like 4 billion costumes. More of this, please, because costumes, they're just like so good for the game, because they don't have to release a new servant. The new costume builds hype around that servant. Like, when Mordred got her costume, I didn't care for her particularly too much, but she got her costume, and now I'm like really wanting to summon for Mordred when she goes on raid up again. Altera was a servant that I wasn't too happy that I pulled. I was like, oh man, I just have Altera sitting in my box. But now on NA, I am just like foaming at the mouth to get this Altera costume. Same thing for like Jean. Now like Jean is a must summon for me. Shu 10, I have Shu 10 on NA, and now I'm really happy that I got her. So more of this, please. Just dump more costumes into the game. It only makes them more money, because like you have people like me who are going to get suckered into summoning for these servants because now they have a costume. So, you know, hopefully they do more of that. And obviously you know, whatever. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You guys have yourselves a nice day. Leave a like and subscribe down in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gone. You guys have yourselves a nice, I already said that. I'm breaking down. Have a nice day. Whatever.